We have reasonable. It's Morbin time. Oh no. Not like this, Anda. Not like this. It's Morbin time. Not like this. Not like this! It's that time, everybody. We have another tournament. It's Monster of the Week #1. We're trying it out on a weekly format. We'll see how this goes. Let's jump into it. Now, of course, as we get ready for the games themselves, I have to let everybody know that I am sponsored by the Phobies team. I am a part of the content affiliate program. They give me coffee and, in fact, are providing coffee prizes for this event. If you're interested in more details, hit up the Random's Thoughts Discord. Link for that will be in the description. But this is getting live streamed on my Twitch channel. The link for that is also in the description. So let's get into it. So there was a question why, and we might as well talk about this. So Monster of the Week has some unique rules, especially compared to Fright Night. We're not doing map bans, but there are blanket phobia bans, and we'll come back to that. Everything is best of one. It's plain Swiss, no top cut. We're going for a quick turnover here. Smaller events, smaller scale. Now, about those phobia bans. So here we go. Akira, Boss, Attractor, Gonzo, Unicorn. No 3.0. Which was asked about, well, why is that and why no stabby? I could get into it. We'll talk about that as we go through the games. But there are no time limits as well, but we are forcing everything to be arena. So we'll get into the games as soon as players get started. And the clock has started. Well, round 1 has started. We got Grilled Milk versus Strahd here in the inaugural Monster of the Week. We'll see which players come out on top here, and I'm going to try and keep going for admin stuff as we're doing it. All right, let's see. We're getting some interesting openers. We got a Droney, we got a Snowball, we've got Gravedigger. What else are we going to see on this new map, Chad? This is Coin to Me, question mark? Yes, that's going to be the case, Tony. It was going to be only 3 rounds no matter what, given the quantity of people we have. For anyone out there watching this at home, whether you're here on the live stream or if you watch this on YouTube later, the cap on these Monster of the Week events right now is 8 people. I am considering moving it to 16, but we'll play it by ear. We want to try and work the kinks out for these smaller events. But we're seeing some interesting starts here immediately. I love, first of all, I love the Fire Ant, and then I love the Tickles response. You gotta love Tickles. Panic point advantage going to Strahd, our orange player here. We'll see what happens from this point. Actually supplementing it with Stabby. Jack, you know what would be a cool feature? And you know what? I could hypothetically do this. I could hypothetically do this. I could do like a picture-in-picture thing. I could do a picture-in-picture thing. I would need like a second account to friend everybody and then observe it, and then I could like have the second instance of Phobies loaded, I think. I think it's feasible. Notably, I guess we got a trap here instead of here, which kind of makes sense from Milk. Yeah, I like physically cannot do that, Master Dark. Well, I take it back. It may be possible, but I don't know how to repair that stuff within the bot, so we're not going to screw with it right now. This is our first event. Like I said, we're going to work through some of these things. We'll see how it goes. Charon! Oh, okay, never mind. They heard me, I guess. I don't know. The caster... It's the caster curse, chat. The caster curse says no Charon, apparently. Some interesting positioning here. I guess the idea is that maybe you threaten the Innocuous with the combination of these two. Because, you know, like the Innocuous goes here to poke. You can swing through and hit it. I think you're willing to trade your Gravedigger. Glob? Press X to doubt, chat. I don't know about that one, chat. I don't know about that one. Oh, we get some speedolas, chat. We get some speedolas. Are we going to get the pairing? You know, I wouldn't hate it on this map. 3 movement and mech? I mean, that could be a thing. Glob always wins. I don't know what you mean. Does it, though? Does it, though? Oh, notably, by the way, Tickles survived. Hashtag just saying. Okay, I'm like, serious right now. What is the point of this glob? You're never going to get Innocuous. It's just not going to happen. If you go in, it's just going to die, right? Like, I don't know what's happening, chat. This feels strange. Ooh, we get the block here. I like it. I like it. It's not going to prevent the Speedola from swinging around if we do get a blue. We get the pick here on Droney? Like, other than the glob, I feel like this is a pretty good position for Strahd. I don't hate this. I don't hate it, chat. I feel pretty good. That being said, Grilled Milk is not out of... What? I mean, I get it. This is tanky. This is in prep, presumably, to fight off the potential blue Speedola. There's already an Innocuous, which you cannot snipe. Notably, the 7-key can't one-shot. These are the sort of interactions that I wonder, when they were playtested, like, what... Was this really problematic to have Sparky as a feasible answer to Innocuous? Now, admittedly, you could just go, oh, well, there's a Klepto or a Ginsting or whatever, but it just feels weird that, yeah, I'm the dedicated anti-mechanical phobie, and I still cannot one-shot this thing. If this is for fun, I'm tempted to join and play Undead with Conductor next time. I mean, there are some prizes on the line. It's not a lot. We're not talking Fright Night levels. There are coffee prizes on the line to incentivize people to, you know, try and put in some effort. But it is very much intended to be a lighter, more casual atmosphere. But yes, DT is right. It's always for fun. It's Phobies, right? It's the Phobies. We get the answer Innocuous. This is looking pretty good for Strahd here, I'm not going to lie. This doesn't seem bad for Strahd. Grilled Milk is forced to try and just break this block, I guess? That certainly doesn't feel good. I mean, I don't know where these traps are. There's one where Smiley is, I'm assuming, because we didn't get the initial trap here on the bottom panic point, which is... I don't know about that, Maggie. It feels like just wasting 2 keys. Admittedly, you're under some pressure, but you still have over 5,000 health on the heart? I don't know. I don't know. We get the glob on the smile. Does this work, chat? This doesn't work, right? Get the glob on the smiley. I mean, it's not going to kill it. Does this count? Like, it has to get diseased from this, right? Is glob the last effect on the stack? Like, does glob go last, or Or does disease go last? Oh, it wouldn't go last, but... Or does it go last? Glob's the first effect. Okay, so Glob does take the disease damage, which may come into play here, but notably... Yeah, is the Glob just dead? Not yet. It could just die. It is possible for it to die. But that's a significant amount of damage going down on the Smiley, which allows it to get two-shot by the Inoculus. And of course, there's going to be no healing for said Smiley. Interestingly enough, we still have yet to see the other Speedola. Feels like it should have made an appearance by now, but Strahd is pushing out here. This is a pretty significant force in the top. Conveyor tiles, then invisible Phobies get stomped, then the Glob, then all the other stuff we're used to. Good. Good to know. What am I getting pinged by? What is this? Yeah, that's definitely a bot. That's definitely a bot. All right, chat. Getting results coming in. Just got to do a little bit of admin stuff. Getting the old admin stuff squared away. Uh-oh, it sounds like Catmad blundered in the other match. I don't know if anybody's observing that one. Yep. It is in fact underway, Onda. It is in fact underway. We're in round 1 of 3. The Glob killing Smiley as it dies of disease. It's a beautiful sight. Whoa! Getting a little creepy devil action, huh? Okay, so real talk, out of keys to 16 keys. I don't want to be that guy who calls it early, but one could argue that this is in the bag for Strahd. I believe one could make that argument. Massive pan... Okay, so there was a trap here at one point. Obviously after the tickles. Obviously after the tickles. Tickles, yes, still alive. Look, it's the cutest phobia. You can't hurt it. No! The caster's curse. Down goes Tickles, you monster! Look what your careless hands have wrought! It didn't have to be this way. It didn't have to be this way. I think this is going to be a 1-0 in the books. Methinks Strahd has got it. Well done. Well played. GG. Oh, it's Master Dark anyway. We're jumping into Master Dark versus Strahd here on... Don't know. It's a new map, chat. You're going to have to bear with me. Help me out, chat. I know you know the name. Help me out. We're actually getting some unique openers here. Morbidity. As opposed to less-bidity. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means something. I don't know. We have reasonable... It's Morbin time. Oh, no. Not like this, Onda. Not like this. It's Morbin time. Not like this. Not like this! All right, let's see what we got. Oh, my God. We got a bunch of people in here. A lot of people seem to be excited to spectate Monster of the Week. Onda's going to moorball over chat. God help us. May God have mercy on our souls. Morbid time. Isn't it always in Phobies? I don't know if that's intended to be like a Power Rangers reference. Chat, I don't like Power Rangers. Where are my Power Rangers fans at so I can ban you? No, I'm just playing. But seriously, I hate Power Rangers. I actually used to get really annoyed by like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It actually bothered me. Okay, this is an interesting choice here by Strahd to play more defensively, whereas Master Dark is pushed out and now has this trifecta of panic points, as I'm, rambling at the intro. Strahd is elected to only cap this one and not send the Murder Wing here, which admittedly makes sense. It kind of would get trapped to a degree. Not really. But now we're looking at, like, this is a big panic point advantage. This will get flipped. I only like cartoons as a kid. I mean, I still love cartoons. I still watch Looney Tunes whenever I get the opportunity, which admittedly is not very often. I like when Morbius said it's morbid time. Morbid time. Need to enunciate. Remember when Morbius, like, ended up on DVD, like, a week after it came out? And then Warner Brothers, or whoever produced the movie, was desperately trying to capitalize on all the memes. And they re-released it in theaters, and then people still didn't go see it because it's like, no, we're actually only making fun of this. It's not actually fun. It's only fun because we're making fun of it, not like the movie is worth it. Like, that was actually hysterical. For the record, I've never seen the movie, so I don't know. All right, Strahd, very patient with this, flipping 2 panic points. We're getting the Master Dark special. I scream, you scream, we all scream when your entire board gets frozen. Or, I don't know, that didn't really rhyme. It didn't work. I'm sorry, chat. We take it back. Except the dance. What do you mean the dance scene? What are we talking about? What was it, like Grease, but with vampires? Or are we talking like the opening to Blade? Because Blade was actually like a fun... For the record, Blade started the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I will not accept any other stance. Any other stance is just factually incorrect. I rewatched all the Blade movies recently, so good. They are pretty good. I actually saw, over the summer, it was randomly on, was Blade 2. Which I only ever saw real pieces of. I saw Blade 1 and 3 all the way through. But Blade 2, I think I only saw pieces of. Most of the time. So I saw, like... I turned it on, like, 10 minutes into the movie, so I saw, like, most of it. Ooh, this may come back to bite Master Dark. That sock acid is pretty close to poisoning this Klepto. Is it going to happen? They're going for it. I can't really blame them for taking this opportunity. Then again, this is probably just going to get muffined, right? Probably just gets muffined. I mean, what are you going to do? The Pterodactyl early on is interesting by Strahd. I do appreciate the flyers. I like the ability to reposition. It also keeps Klepto from getting conveyed. Yes, also a negative here. Well, potentially a negative. Depends on which side of it. Chat, we're getting the glob. Is this the secret strat? Strahd cracking open the meta like an egg. This is a dead Murder Wing. Kablam. Is this a dead Klepto, though? 1,100 health. No. This Klepto's going to live to sling eggs another day. Speaking of omelets. Do you think Klepto is an omelet fan? Has to be, right? Has to be. It literally utilizes eggs as a weapon. You didn't know I mean, see, look, DT, I only became a good player by opening boss like 3 weeks ago. I'm still learning. Cut me some slack. I need to learn how to make these galaxy brain plays. No, but real talk. Glob on this map? I'm not going to lie. The glob was funny in the previous game. I don't think that, like, the glob could have been something else, and it probably would have been better. It worked, but I don't think it was optimal. The question here is, and I don't agree with this play, maybe this is okay. It's going to be very difficult. It's actually impossible. I was going to say it's going to be very difficult, but it's actually impossible to... No, it's not impossible. All right, so this is daring Master Dark saying, come at me, bro. Who remembers that meme? That's like ancient history. This is come at me, bro territory. Please try. And because the retaliation here is presumably going to be exceptionally dangerous from Strahd, right? Like, you can't come in here without... Bad things are going to happen to you. So we do get the retreat. Even panic points, because this panic point up here is yet to be claimed. Now, Cassowary is probably going to go up there, but Pterodactyl can, of course, go here, and then we're right back to square one. Sort of. Because it'll actually be 4-3. Shout out to uneven panic point maps. You the real ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would love to know how 5 and 7 were chosen, because I want to make like a 7 Deadly Sins reference for there being 7 on the big maps, and then try and figure out which sin each of these phobies are. But I'm confident it was realistically just for balance reasons. Like, it wasn't something like that. Is this Klepto in danger? Question mark? Only these two can really hit it. And then the retaliation is bad. So I don't think we're going to see Strahd really go for this, but you never know. Ooh, we're getting this aggressive panic point reclaim, which I do like. I can appreciate this because it will bait the Maggie in, and then you just kind of pick it off. Well, maybe not. If you don't slide this down here, you're not going to be able to get the Pterodactyl to connect unless you disease it. All right, Klepto repositions. The first yoink is on the board. And since our blue player is maxed out, this one's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Real talk, this glob is definitely putting the fear of slime in Master Dark's heart. Or something like that. I don't know. Anybody else remember The Blob, the movie, and how they defeated it? Here's a hint. Here's a hint. Is that going to be the answer here? I'm gonna say no. Here's the real question, chat. Did Master Dark get out-weirded? Hi, baby! Where's the baby? Come here, baby. She just ran down the stairs like super excited, and I don't know why. Were you the baby? She's actually very excited now because it's getting colder. So she likes the cold weather. She loves the snow, too. There she goes. You can see her knocking off the green screen on this side. Come on. It's stuck on her tail. Not like stuck. What are you doing? She just looped around for no reason. In the meantime, we're getting an invade here. I can hear her groaning. I don't know if Jack can hear that. Like, I don't know if that picked up on the mic. 7th Phobie coming out. It's boom. Hold on to play. Could get picked off here, but it's not going to because bad things will happen. Bad things are going to happen if you try and go for that unless you dive. You have to kill... Like, this is an aggressive push. There's too much threat, and Master Dark's kind of spread out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, they can get one body on the board, but I think you have to, like, try and trade Kleptos here. You can kill the Innocuous. Ooh, Master Dark's been talking a lot about Octonauty. Is this the time? Ooh, this is a... That's a dead pterodactyl, friends. That is, in fact, a dead pterodactyl. Well played. Well played. Just get sniped. We get the freeze here. We are in range, of course, of the Inoculus, except, you know, no one's in range of a dead Inoculus. Literally 0 people are in range of that. Anda, are you happy now? Are you happy? We're cooling the temperatures, Anda. It's all coming full circle. We're ending fall soon, chat. We're moving into the winter. Winter is coming, chat. Boom! We get the connection. Down goes Murderwing. Jin Sting, not long for this world either. That's a lot of dead things, though, chat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 to soon to be 12. Because this is not going to last. You only remember one thing? Was that in reference to when I was talking about the movie The Blob? Foul. Sure? Question mark? I don't know. The Thing movie? Oh, like the movie? Which version? Because there was a newer one that was a prequel. The Thing is the movie you've seen? So, the 80s version or the new one? You've seen both? I actually haven't seen the new one. Ooh, we get the yoink on the glob. This is going to be a dead glob? Question mark? No, I don't think you have enough damage. This attacked already, didn't it? No, it didn't. Oh, no. No. Okay, Jar. Whew. Ooh, I thought that glob was going to live. The new one is okay. It's a prequel to the 80s one. Yes, I did know that, but I never saw it. It's not as good. I actually saw a interview, the director. Well, it was like a clip of an interview from the director. And they ask him, like, do you know who's the Thing? And Master Dark with the W! I mean, I was busy yapping about movies, but, like, that was a crippling turn. The pterodactyl loss a couple turns ago into the glob. The glob loss, rather. It was looking pretty good for Strahd, I'm not going to lie, but just overextended that much. GG. So we're jumping into one of the other games. We're coming up close. It looks like on the end. 0 keys to 0 keys here. Oopsie babies making their presence felt tonight. Noxious connection. Oh, baby. This is a very weird board state, chat. They chose Biff's Room. Panic point advantage, blue player. We do, of course, have the poison here. I have to imagine, is this enough? Oh, this is gonna live to get healed. This is really awkward because you can't go kill this. You will lose your Noxious if you do. The Noxious is going to heal, or the Clinico is going to heal here. Love how all the obstacles are gone, but so are the terraformers. Well, yeah, they punched out. They did their work. They punched out for the day. They're going home to see their families. Obviously. There's no other possible explanation as to what could have happened to them. That was a pretty quick response from Shinra. Lord Shinrax over here. Or Shinra X. I don't know. Pretty quick response to the end turn. Just getting in there. This Ted, super obnoxious here. Not enough damage to kill the Jin Sting. I think Jin Sting is going to take the day, realistically. Yeah, you got to pull back. You can't... Well, it doesn't really matter, because the invade will happen to take down this. You can't hit the Ted and save things. So Crowley's appropriately retreating. We were watching this in a viewer submitted game breakdown earlier tonight on the live stream. But yeah, this is... The hunt is on. You ever see the movie Predators? It's it's in the Predator movie series, I guess. I don't know what to call it because there's like 8 of them now. I haven't even seen some of them. But I thought that one was pretty good. You wanted to play Wooly Bully in your game? That would have been pretty funny. We do get the takedown here, but yeah, without a power down, this is GG. Well played. The Clinico takedown. More bees. Got him. GG. So chat, as mentioned, there are coffee prizes up for grabs. I do want this to be a weekly event. The goal is that I will kick off the event. Everybody will have their pairings. They can report their own games, and I'll only have to step in if there's an active dispute or adjudication required. That way we can observe the games, have a lot of fun, and joke around, watch some cool Phobies games, see some fun stuff happen in a competitive but lower stakes, lower stress, human stress sort of atmosphere. Now, of course, the time frame isn't great for all time zones. Fright Night is naturally, and these events are based around my schedule. I'm running it. Shocker, I know. This is not great for Europeans. Different parts of Asia may be doing okay for this. The United States, depending on time zones, also may be good or bad. You know, there are people who are possibly still at work for, well, there's still people always at work, but like the West Coast could only be getting out of the office like not long ago. So we're going to play around with it. We'll see. Maybe we do it on Saturdays instead of Fridays, that sort of thing. Might be better for people. We'll play it by ear, chat. So, chat, this is kind of the format that I want in client. I don't think they can do Swiss. I think they would have to do single elim, which kind of sucks. But I would love to have an in-client level 1 tournament system where it's just like bang, 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 quick cues, quick turnover, let people have that, scratch that competitive itch at least a little bit. And then setting it to level 1 in this mode, if you had an entry fee of coffee, tiers, XP, whatever. Probably a paid-for one that's lower, and then a higher cost free-to-play one. That would kind of be expected. I don't want like another currency to be like, oh, well, here's your tournament ticket currency. That gives an excuse to then pay out something, because then it's like the entry fees pay for that, or even if you go above and beyond, because you're scooping some of the resources out of the system. I would love for it to be free, but then nobody would ever play regular ladder mode. That little bit of a hurdle pushes people to be like, okay, well, I can't play it all the time, so I play ladder so that way I can play this other mode. I think this would be awesome if the devs could implement something like this. Realistically, it's not a small undertaking. Like, all right, here we go. Final round. We're checking in with Lord Shinrax and Master Dark. A lot of people have been choosing these newer maps. We did witness the tail end of a game on Biff's Room, but Morbidity here has been chosen at least twice in a 3-round tournament. So let's pull our excitement in a little bit, but it is what it is. So chat, yeah, I'm trying to get these going weekly. I'd love to keep these rolling. I do want to talk to the devs, see if maybe we could run more than one weekly, although I don't want to push things. I want to make sure that we continue to have Fright Night available as the major event, but of course Monster of the Week to be around so that way you can have some fun. You can do some things. You can play some Phobies. But chat, if you have suggestions, you have comments, you have questions, whatever, feel free to hit me up. Give me feedback on Monster of the Week, what you'd like to see, other than just like, yeah, give more prizes to everybody. Because, all right, well, yes. I'd love to give everybody a billion coffee, but that's not necessarily feasible. Now, notably, we didn't actually call this out during the rounds, but there, at least I don't believe so. There are Phobie bans, and I am getting some of my feedback already. The Phobies that are banned for this are currently Akira, Boss, Attractor, Gonzo, and Unicorn. The suggestion is to also ban Stabby and Kivo 3.0. Personally, I don't think either of them are on the same level as any of the aforementioned Phobies. I'm not opposed to doing that. I think Stabby does need to get nerfed. However, I think it's way less of a nerf than most people that complain about Stabby, including me at different points, would be like actually think needs to happen. Like, I don't think Stabby needs that much of a nerf. However, the bigger point of contention I think would be Hevo 3.0, and I'm not sure that one needs to get nerfed. This is weird. This is so arranged Phobie can hit this spot? Is that important enough to justify that? Shinra here may have something in mind. We'll have to see. Stabby has fallen off for me recently. For some reason, doesn't feel OP anymore. Still very good. It's still definitely very good. Is it OP? I guess if I'm saying it should be nerfed, it is somewhat. And I think it is. It's just not egregiously overpowered. Whereas, like, if we're talking about on a scale of, 0 as in this thing needs help, it needs to be buffed, to 10 where this is, okay, this is oppressive. Boss is 8, 9, 10, right? Stabby's probably a 7, where, like, it's not just good, it's a little bit pushed. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. I don't think it requires an enormous nerf. So this is obviously what Shinra was setting up. Get the quick pick on the one key here that allows a push in the north. 4 to 3. You also are still up, because obviously this is going to die. But Master Dark's approach is a little bit blunted here. There's no real way, because of where the Jinsting's position, to threaten any of this. At lower levels, it feels good, but it never feels bad going against it. I don't know about that part. I think it almost always feels bad going against Stabby. Maybe not literally always, but pretty much every time. But this is all up for debate. Like, that's the whole point. I'm willing to experiment more, mostly because of Poison. Poison's irrelevant. Poison is, I don't want to say a useless mechanic, but it's not very good. Boss is probably a 9 just in terms of how easy it is to get the 8 keys worth without having much to think at all. Yeah, that's why I think if you're talking, like, I don't think Boss and Stabby are in the same ballpark. Which, by the way, chat, one of my videos is going up tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of pissed off people. It's a talk about me explaining how Akira and Boss are balanced. So definitely check that one out. Let me know your thoughts after you watch it. Well, before and after you watch it. I'd be curious what people say. But I don't think you can put Stabby and Boss in the same ballpark. I don't think you can put Boss and Stabby in the same ballpark as far as balance goes. Or overpoweredness, power level, whatever. They're not the same to me. Pretty much everyone has Stabby. Another reason that Stabby is balanced. Stabby is very light, skinny 7. What? It's a skinny, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a skinny 7. What does that mean? Oh, man. So we get a woolly bully, by the way. I do like that term, a skinny 7. So I've been watching a lot of Mortal Kombat 1 streams. I've talked about ketchup and mustard before. Ooh, we get a Gonzo. That's not allowed. There you go. There you go. Never really had a hard time dealing with Stabby, and I like Stabby since I started the game, so I might have a little bias. That's allowed. I mean, I don't know about never had a hard time dealing with Stabby. Like, let's not get too ridiculous. But, like, I am sympathetic to the idea that Stabby doesn't need... Like, I could see a world in which Stabby is completely fine. Stabby is easier to deal with as you level up. Yes. It is... It could be a first impressions thing, of course. The thing is I'm still of the opinion that Stabby just almost invalidates Bowmangles. There are maps like Locker Room Funk where, yes, Bowmangles is better. But other than that, there's almost no scenarios where I would rather have Bow over Stabby. I think Bowmangles is better than Stabby most of the time, so no nerfs necessary. I can't agree with that. I just can't. We get the invade. We gotta actually talk about the game, chat. I know we'll come back to the balance stuff, I'm sure. And like I said, I am open to suggestions, ideas for other bans. We've spent a lot of time talking about Stabby since the invade is not happening. But we didn't spend a lot of time talking about Hevo 3.0. I'm of the opinion that it is still very good, and I think powerful. The classic, this is now Lord Shinrax's, or Shinra X, it's their signature, Blob, saying the wrong thing constantly. I'm of the opinion that Hevo 3.0 is very, very powerful, but it is not on the same level as Boss. I'm open to arguments otherwise. Are we going to see bad things about to happen? Nope. Repositioning, it looks like. Panic point advantage for our blue player. Stabby is definitely better. I used to think they're, I assume incomparable is what you meant to say. Uncomparable is not a word, but... Oh, Brony! We'll come back to the dissertation that's in chat. We get Brony! Master Dark really trying to pick up the slack from Alien Engineer. Fill the void in the Brony domination. So to finish the thoughts on Bowmangles versus Stabby, to me, I don't know if the HP difference is meaningful enough. Like, it will matter sometimes. Is it meaningful enough? I'm not sure. The damage, I think, probably ends up favoring Stabby due to the reflect and dimensional damage, and then you get the displacement from it. And because you have to expend so many resources commonly to get on it, in my opinion, it's just better. Again, I'm open to arguments otherwise, but the real crux of this is, are there phobies that need to be banned? And that's why I'm willing to experiment in Monster of the Week to try some of these things out. What do the games look like? And we've actually seen some like Glob, for example. Yes, Glob shows up in latter games. We observe games where Glob shows up. We've even seen it show up in Fright Night time to time. However, it's not a mainstay. It's not something that we typically see. And why is that? Well, maybe the absence of a tractor here is a reason. Is a tractor being missing enough to shift things such that Glob can get up there? Even Unicorn, where Glob is very slow. Why are they scared of the Henrietta? Henrietta does add up. Here's the thing. Henrietta will... I don't respect Henrietta poison, personally. But in this scenario, if something gets poisoned and you then pull back, this is a lot of damage. Like obviously over 900, but like a lot of damage. It adds up very quick. I was going to say over 900. I'm like, that sounds dumb when it's just 9 times 120. We're not talking about significant math here, but... But yes, also, both players are maxed. I'm assuming you were thinking, oh, they can just pop out a muffin or something. Both players are maxed. And with no displacement from Master Dark, this is going to be an uphill battle to fight because you got 2 and both types of effects here. And of course, the ever-present glob threat. It is a glob. That's the thing, Chad. Like, what's your opinion? Do you think Glob has been showing up in Shinra's games because Shinra wants to use Glob? Or is it because the bans have allowed for more Glob usage? Or a combination thereof? Personally, I'm leaning more towards I think Shinra wants to use it way more than the viability. Like, I think it's very much just I'm gonna do this thing. And if I'm Shinra here, I actually like this setup. I think the intent here is you run it in, free up a spot, or you're just... Does this work? I don't know if this works. Oh my god, this works! No! 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 I think Master Dark had no idea that worked. This is why seeing Glob, chat! I didn't know that worked. I mean, would I have, if I was in Master Dark's situation, I would have considered and be like, I don't know, so I'm going to avoid this. But I'm pretty sure Master Dark was thinking, this doesn't work. Chat. The brutality. You knew it would work? All right. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, it's entirely possible this Glob just dies here. Oh, the Jinsting tanked it. Jinsting tanked it. Everything else is out of range of Brony. I think you need that damage to help kill this. What's hilarious is the fact that the Jinsting didn't die may actually hurt Master Dark here because you can't supplement with like a jar or something, or a snowball, to try and 3-range this. $425 health. Chat, the bait. The bait! The Jinsting! The Jinsting just walked away, chat! Glob ain't got nothing on me. Just get off me. Brony could power down Glob, it would be a lifesaver. I mean, yeah. The bait. Oh my god. Chat, this is wild. Brony does disable the Glob damage. Wait. Yeah, I guess it would disable ability damage. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I made that change to Glob when I worked on the conveyors. Glad to see someone use that strat. What? To, like, put the Glob in between and then pull it in? So wait, that didn't work before? The killing it frees the Jinsting, which is more... Yeah, like, a Brony here would not have been good, because you would have, like, disabled your entire own team instead. But chat, instead of walk the Glob, we gotta walk the Smiley going. How about that? Not before conveyors were added. Interesting. Okay. That's an interesting factoid to know, that you could not have made that play a few scant months ago. Walk the Moth. Instead of walk the Dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the Smiley Saur. That doesn't work. It doesn't have quite the same ring. Oh no. Lord Shinra, your offense has been broken. The Glob was an anchor. Or was it? It kind of is. I mean, Master Dark still got 11 keys. Wooly Bully, tanking everything. The Ice Scream, chat. The Ice Scream. Oh my god. This is wild. This is wild, chat. Chat, I will say, I mean, these tournaments always produce fun games, but Monster of the Week has been leading to some really hilarious ones tonight. These have been some funny games. I'm not sure I'm sold on the Smiley, however, here it can zip up into the team to, like, here. if need be. So Master Dark does have to be cognizant of this. However, the addition of these two mechs means this is a significant investment in probably nothing. This is Shinra's team. It does not feel as though it can contest Master Dark's team. Although, panic point advantage, pressure on the... Well, it's 4K health. Max Phobies again? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Admittedly, 1 is boom, so like... Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as pointed out. Max Phobies. That's a dead Murder Wing. So we'll see what the bait is here this time. 90 damage on this Hevo, by the way. Not that scary right now. Of course, softening it up definitely helps. Down to 1250 health. Like, Hevo 2.0 is just not impressive right now. Does not look good. Brony with the backup saying, come on, group up. Everybody stand on the payload and we're going to take a break. We're going to have a tea party. That seems like a Brony thing to do, right? Do you think Brony drinks tea? I don't know how you do it. I pointed this out before, but, like, horses have hooves. Ponies have hooves. Oh, that almost was bonkers. Got one. Almost a hard blunder. I think Master Dark lucked out here. Because I kind of agree, like, this looks like it could have been very bad. Now, this thing will die. And then the rest of the team will get bronied. So you get this, you pick off this. There's a world in which you can still stabilize here. Can't you hit Murder Wing and get both? Yes, you... Oh, you mean to kill it? I don't know. I think this still goes back to this. I don't know that it goes back this way. It might. I don't assume on any pushes or pulls anymore. Time's running out. Wait, are you not going to do this boop? No, you have to do this. Why not? Okay, so even assuming that it doesn't work, which, as Kuro is pointing out, it's possible that... Why Cat there? There's still Ice Cream and Innocuous, so it's probably the best one-key option. I mean, what else are we thinking here? Oh, why not up closer? Because it would have gotten bronied. Like, if Cat was here, it would have gotten bronied. I think the damage was needed to kill the Hevo instead of booping. Possibly. Possibly. That's probably true. That's probably true. I would like, if anybody can test that, I would love to know if you would have gotten the Brony and the Woolly Bully if you had killed the Murder Wing. That would be a cool feature to add, like a replay from replay. So you could skip to a certain turn and then play it out from there. It'd be super complicated to add. Alright, so the cat is just a sacrificial lamb at this point. Honestly, this is not going to die to poison. Shinra is going to have to back off. This is going to die to the mechs. So, like, this and this kill this. Oh, no! This got bronied, so this can't contribute. I mean, the combination of these, but then you can't kill this, can you? Okay, you... No, you... 2,800 health, by the way. Oh, we're going to do it with this. All right, fair. Okay, this works. This works. Flipping them panic points. A Game of Throws! I love when things are bronied and then you do attacks like that and it's just so smooth. Because there's no screen shake, there's no sound effect, it just looks and sounds so silly. Oh, the body block on the brony. Notably, this is not an occupiable space. And compare it to down here. By the way, still my favorite tile set in the game. Full stop. Yo, Paddles got them hands. Decides to, put them back in the holster. You're not ready for that. You're not ready for these hands. This Ginsting must leave. Pyrobus tile set is your favorite? I don't know. I really like this one. I love this one. Ginsting's not dead, but it's not going to feel very good after this. It's not going to feel very good. Potentially. Oh, look, surprise. This guy's useless again. This is a dead Gravedigger, I think. Because you can hit twice, hit with this, hit with the Inoculus. You don't even need it. I think Master Dark has got this one, chat. Something bizarre would have to happen for it to flip the other way, and I don't know what it would be. Very patient game. I mean, like I said, 2,800 health on the heart. I honestly doubted Master Dark could have won this at first. It was a very weird setup. I mean, we were glamorizing the glob. And the play with the Miss Moffat to get the Ginsting, but the Ginsting tanked it, and that mattered. Obviously, the glob was done for when it went in, but the foresight by Master Dark there was very impressive. So we do get the boop, we get a takedown, but is that enough? Brony was great, but Master Dark has been pushing Brony for a while. The Ice Scream, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. This is a dead Hevo. Pop goes the Hevo. Rust is a killer. Paddles and Ginsting versus the world. Why not? I really thought it was going to, like, go here for some reason. I don't know why. I guess the thought was like, oh, there might be a way to slide the Ginsting around, but you wouldn't be able to kill this. Even if you did, it doesn't matter. I think this one's safe to call it GG, chat. I think it's safe to call this one game. GG. GG. We'll get our final standings momentarily, chat. We can give everybody their props. In first place, we have Master Dark. In second place, we have Shinra. And in third place, we have Crowley. Congratulations to all of our participants. Special congratulations to Master Dark, of course. Definitely a lot of fun watching these games. I'm looking forward to Monster of the Week number 2. If you're interested in signing up, hit up the Random Thoughts Discord. The link for that will, of course, be in the description of this video, down by the like and subscribe button. Help me out with that. It definitely does help. But for now, everybody, that's going to do it. So as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And tune in next time for more Random Thoughts.